What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Movies That Make You podcast, where movies are more than just entertainment. They're a catalyst for meaningful conversations. I'm Jonathan Sprang, and I go by Sprang, and most weeks we dive into movies to watch in preparation for the new releases that are hitting theaters. But we don't stop there. We explore the morals, the deeper ideas, and the life lessons that these films have to offer. This week we are talking Paddington 3. We watched the first two movies, and we're going to share our thoughts on those, all in preparation for Paddington 3, dropping in theaters this Friday. So it's me and the boys. We're on video for the first time, so give us some grace on that. But we tried to stay focused, and it was a lot of fun, so we hope you enjoy the episode. You can follow our movie journey and join the conversation on Instagram at Movies That Make You. You can also check out all of our lists, the movies that make you cry, the movies that make you laugh, the movies that make you scream, and everything in between at Letterboxd at I Am Sprang. We hope that you'll join us there. Drop us a line and let us know the movies that had an impact on your life. Before we dive into this week's episode, though, I want to give you a list of the things that are coming up on the Movies That Make You podcast. Next week, we'll be talking Wolfman. Kristen and I have watched all of the Wolfman series and a couple of other werewolf movies that are classics. So we're going to discuss those all on that podcast in preparation for the new film dropping next Friday, Wolfman. The week after that, we're welcoming our good friend back, Mr. Nick Hot Coals Shepard. He's a boxer here in the Dallas area. He's going to be joining us again on the podcast to talk through all the Rocky movies. He was on the episode last time and enjoyed himself so much that he wanted to be on the podcast with the boys on video. So I hope you'll join us that week because it's going to be a lot of fun talking through Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Rocky Balboa. So we'll see you then. The week after that, we're going to be talking romantic movies. It's the first episode of the month of February. So for the month of love, we're going to talk about those movies that make you fall in love. Kristen's going to bring her top 5. I'm going to bring my top 5, and we'll see where we measure up. Do we have anything in common? We'll see on that episode. The week after that, we'll be talking Captain America movies. This is the first film that Anthony Mackie is now the new Captain America, as we found out in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But we're going to be talking through the Captain America character and kind of see the different milestones of his life in the Marvel films. And we'll be rewatching a few of those movies for that. And I'm sharing our thoughts on Captain America as a symbol and what he stands for. So looking forward to that new movie. And we hope you're looking forward to our episode. Hope those episodes excite you. So without further ado, let's get to the podcast. We are back with another episode of the Movies That Make You podcast. I am Sprang, and I'm joined by my boys. But guys, you look different. I can't put my finger on it, but
I'm 3D.
We're on video.
Holographic.
3D.
Yeah. Probably because I'm like the Riddler or something.
Probably. But we are trying out video, guys. Hope you enjoy this episode. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and run it down. Who's with me today? Let's go oldest to youngest.
I'm Connor, I'm 14.
I'm Jacob, and I'm 14 too.
I'm Colton, I'm 12.
I'm Ezekiel, and I'm a Sigma 11.
We are here. We're going to have our second episode of the new year, and it's going to be on Paddington. So we watched the first two Paddington movies, and we're going to talk about them today because Paddington 3 drops this Friday. So I hope you're joining. Hope you're excited to go see this movie. Before we do that, this is the second episode of 2025. The first one we're recording in 2025. So let me hear it, Connor. How has 2025 treated you so far?
It's been good. I've got a lot of stuff from Christmas. I bought a lot of stuff, actually, like for my computer and headphones, and yeah. Also, I wanted to say, everyone this year got headphones for some reason. New headphones. I don't know why.
At your school?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Very cool. Hey, Colton, how about you? How's 2025 treating you?
2025 is treating me pretty good because
What? Get out.
2025.
I'm just like,
This is
I'm just chilling. I got
2025.
my Beats headphones and my phone, which make a good pair. But it doesn't make a good pair when you're playing basketball with your Beats headphones on and you try to like do a spin move or something and your Beats fly off your head. So
Yeah. I really like this confession time that we have on the podcast so we know what to not do in the future. That's really fun.
Yeah.
I like it. Zeke, how about you?
It's been going pretty good, man. I got a lot of schoolwork done, and I'm not getting that all A's, so
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
Well, I'm sure you're doing all right.
yeah, I got 2 B's, 1 in band. I got an 87. I was really close to getting an A. But I was struggling in math, which is weird because it's my favorite subject.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
because math is my noisiest class, and noise distracts me. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Jacob, how about you? How's 2025 treating you?
It's treating me pretty good so far. Got some stuff I need to work through, but it's doing pretty good so far. Yeah.
Okay. How many of you like the snow today? Snow is crazy. I know that one person in our house liked the snow more than all of you, and that was Leia. She was like wanting to be in the snow all day long, but
I was closing the door and she was fighting her head through still. I was trying to get my shoes outside because they were wet and she was fighting.
yeah, she was fighting to get outside. That was amazing. Very cool. So we did have a good trip in Florida. We got to go to NASA and do some fun stuff there. I think we talked about it on the last episode, but it was prior to the trip. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, anybody have any favorites from the NASA and the kayaking trip?
I liked the gloopies.
Yeah, they were cool.
When we were at NASA, and then like the very last thing we did was like the Mars thing. That was so cool.
Yeah, the Mars
You
trip
could
was
feel
pretty
rocks
awesome.
going at your legs, and then the wind. Ah!
The Disney one was better.
It was, but I thought NASA was doing a pretty good job. It was similar to the Avatar ride that we did it in Disney.
That was fun.
that was really
Hey Zeke, what about you? What was your favorite part about the NASA trip?
Probably my favorite part was freeze-dried ice cream. For some of you who don't know, I freaking love ice cream, especially freeze-dried ice
I
cream.
think he likes it.
Yeah, that's good. I think a lot of kids like ice cream, but yeah, the freeze-dried ice cream is definitely unique for sure.
It hit different.
Nice. I think my favorite part of that whole trip was just seeing all the launch pads and all that, and just hearing the history of the ships. And then we saw the one space shuttle, Atlantis, the space shuttle Atlantis that they did the Hubble IMAX movie on. So then Jacob watched the Hubble IMAX movie on our way back in the car. So that was cool. I remember seeing that in the theater when it came out back in 2010. So it was really cool that actual space shuttle, the last one to work on the Hubble telescope, was actually there in person. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Glad we're having fun, guys. All right, let's jump into it. Paddington. This movie came out in 2014. It's been a story that's been around for a while about a bear. Who wants to give us a little rundown? Colton, you up for it? The first Paddington?
Yeah.
Let's do
So
it.
there's like this bear. His name's like Paddington, and then his name's like. But we didn't know. But then they named him Paddington, so he was like in this was like Cuba or something.
Peru, yeah.
Peru. He was in the jungle, and then his papa bear, he died from a falling tree. Yeah, and then so he made his way to London because they all wanted to go to London, and he found this family who picked him up, but the dad didn't want to. So then they're gonna take him to the kids' pound, and then some weird lady was trying to like attack him. Well, I guess they lightened up to him, so they kept him for some reason, I think. And then some weird lady tried to like kill him so she can get the bear skin and what's it called?
Trying to make him like statue.
Taxidermy. Yeah,
and then
good job.
she like straight up wanted to murder him, and then he was trying to find his like dad.
The explorer. Yeah.
Which was actually the weird lady's dad. Which is crazy because technically they're siblings, but like we don't talk about that. So
I don't think so.
they like fight. They attack each other. They attack each other. They fight, and then this the old lady who lives with them drinks a lot of beer. So she like did a beer challenge.
I don't think that's
tequila.
beer.
I don't care. She did a tequila challenge, and she like drinking it all. And then at the last second, when the bird lady came back, she falls, but then she gets back up like Spider-Man. And then the lady who was drunk, like I forgot, like elbowed her, and then she falls off the cliffs.
Colton, the comment you made a few minutes ago was very rude.
The one thing I was going to mention that just from the top is that there was a British explorer that was there in Peru, met these bears, and found out that they could actually communicate and talk, and they were super smart. So he taught them English and then left his hat for them. And then they kind of grew in their knowledge and became talking bears in the jungles of Peru. And so that's why he was going to Britain, because the mom, which is actually like his aunt, thought that he would be safe there and that he would be able to find a home there. And then that, yeah, like you said, Colton ends up being the father of the girl that ends up growing up resenting the bears, because the bears of Peru are the ones that made her lose out on the riches of wealth and things like that. So her dad was exiled from the group, and and because he wouldn't give the location of the talking bears. So she wanted to poach Paddington and stuff him and have him as a display in the museum. So pretty wild. So let's go ahead and run it down. Let's see what was your favorite part, Jacob?
I think the what was it? It was like the hard stare or something.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that ends up being kind of a staple that he does in the movies for sure. What can you explain to the audience what the hard stare is?
Zeke did that so good. Do it again.
Mhm.
Look, it looks exactly. It's exactly like the
It's not
movie.
that funny, dude.
Okay, watch this. I can do a better one. Hold on. Stop making fart noises. I can do a better one.
I think
Can't
the first
do
one
it.
was
Pretty
good.
Look
good.
what you
The
did.
first one was good.
Yeah.
The first one was better.
First one was good.
That's insane.
That was good. That was good. All right, Zeke. Since you showed us the hard stare, what does he say about that in the movie?
What?
Whenever you lose your manners.
Oh, it's
For people who
it's
lost
for
their
it's
manners.
called a hard stare, and it's for people who forget their manners.
Very nice. That's good. I think that's a standout from everybody. Connor, you have another favorite part?
Whenever he's going up the furnace and it's like on fire and he uses vacuums and it gets to the end and he
Oh,
almost
that was
falls
cool.
down. It was very
Yeah.
intense.
So you wanted to see him fall?
Yes.
It was intense for sure.
No, it's actually my turn. So, my favorite part would probably be that when he growled, and then when he used toothbrushes as earplugs,
Oh,
then he
nice.
used
Yeah.
them as a teeth cleaner,
A toothbrush?
and then
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty funny part too, because he said, "Why are you using those ear cleaners as a toothbrush?" It's pretty funny. That's a lot of fun for the first favorite moments of the first movie. Let's go ahead and rate it. Let's go ahead and run it down. I'm going to start from right to left on my screen. Jacob, what do you rate Paddington?
I thought it was a really good movie. I think I'd give it. We're doing it out of 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, out of 5.
I do 4.5. It was a good movie.
Cool. Zeke?
I rated a 3.5. It's just it could be really more funny, like especially when he drank the toilet water. If there was just poop in the toilet, that could have
No.
been like so much more funny.
Yeah, that's not that kind of movie, but
That's
for sharing. Connor, what about you?
I was going to give it 3.5, but I thought of the graphics for 2014 and that gives it a 4.
Nice. Colton, how about you?
I give it 3 on gang.
Really?
Okay.
Well, yeah, because the only thing that carried it was the funny part.
What funny part? Which
I
one?
didn't really like the base of it. It was like too sad and depressing.
Okay, so this is a really fun moment for us. So you're 12, Zeke is 11, and you both saw this movie and gave it low scores because it's not a kids movie with kid humor. That's why you give Paddington a 3. So the critics of the world, all the critics of the world, 100% of critics say this is worth seeing. That means it has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means it's one of the best movies of all time. There's like very few movies that get 99%, and this is one of them. So I did give it a 4.5. I do think it's, like, for me, even as an adult, it's not a 5-level movie. Like, it's not one that I come back to and watch a whole bunch. but I recognized the amazingness of the story, and watching it again, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, what you got, Colton?
I give it a 4 now.
Okay.
Sorry,
Too
you
bad,
can't.
so sad.
You already showed your hand. What's the face?
He has the
Mhm.
face locked in.
All right, that's it for the first movie. So let's jump into the second movie, Paddington 2. This one came out in 2017. It's got a lot of the same cast, but we've got a new villain in Hugh Grant. Colton, can you give us a rundown of the second film?
Yeah. So they start off and they're like, he's like friends with everybody, and he's trying to find a gift for his old grandma, 100 years old. You didn't hear from me
His
though.
aunt.
And
Yeah, his aunt. Yeah.
he found this flip book that he wanted, but the magician wanted it more, so the magician stole it.
Mhm.
And then he blamed it on Paddington. So now Paddington goes straight to jail. And then on jail, he meets this guy who's like the chef, but all he ever cooks is straight doke. So Paddington gives him marmalade sandwiches to make, and he loves it because he's kind of big. But he loves it, so he makes it for everybody. And then for some reason, everybody's now a chef, and now there's cakes.
Yeah.
Cakes and 5-star dining experiences in prison. So I'm about to get locked up. So then they try to escape from prison, but Paddington was like, I don't want to go over the border. And then he goes, what does he do? He goes on a train, I think. So then the train, vroom, vroom, and they're mentally fighting and physically fighting, but they're not throwing punches. They're like, I got the book. Nope, I got it. And then they reach out and he catches Paddington. It was kind of like Spider-Man moment. Oh, I jumped ahead. So everybody's locked up in this little cartridge. And then I think it was the mom. She tries to reach for Paddington's hand. But then it's like Spider-Man moment because both of the trains are going past and everything's crazy. And then she grabs Paddington, rips him back. And then he's safe. I don't really know what happened to the book because I'm pretty sure he didn't get it. But then at the end of the movie, she literally comes to London. Like,
The aunt. Yeah. Go ahead, Connor.
He lowers down from the train cart, takes the book, and then he sees him, and then the whole thing closes, and they start chasing.
Very nice. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and run down. What's your favorite part, Jacob, of the second movie?
I think it's the magician guy. I thought he was a pretty funny actor. He was like so like weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. Connor, how about you?
You know, whenever the watermelon is brushing his teeth, and he like goes up in the attic and like gets a screwdriver to fix his refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Colton, what about you?
oh, my favorite part is probably that one day they're serving poop on a stick, and then the next day they're serving 5-star resort cakes, marmalade sandwiches, 5-star dining experience, all for free.
Nice. How about you, Zeke? Favorite part?
I actually have two favorite parts. One of them was when the mystery of the story, just all of them figuring it out. It was really fun. And then my second favorite part was when Paddington did something really funny and bonked the baguette on the baker's head. And then he was like, and then the cop was like, bring in a medic. Okay, no, a medic's not going to do. Bring in a prayer, a pastor.
Very nice. Yeah, I think for me, the best part about the movie was the fact that everybody knows that Paddington's a good person, and you know that multiple times throughout the film because even when he's in the most difficult situations, he's in prison for no reason. He's been accused of something he didn't do, and then he's in prison. He's still making friends. He's still finding ways to bring life and joy and happiness into that situation. He connects those prisoners and makes their joy come alive when they begin to share the things that they also make. I also make this thing that my grandma made, and it's like this entirely new, like they get new life in the midst of their situation. And I think that's the moral of the story, is that so many times we find ourselves in situations that are tough and difficult, and it's very easy to become negative and become pessimistic and be mad and angry at the world because we're here, especially if we get accused of something we didn't do, like Paddington. But instead of doing that, Paddington brings life into that situation, and he just looks at everything positively and just he just embraces who he is and is nice to everybody, and everybody just responds well. So it's pretty awesome. Especially like Colton's face right now. It's just awesome. It's just awesome faces. Just
I kind of zoned out.
very nice. All right, cool. Anything else about Paddington 2 that anybody wants to share? Anybody action moments or anything like that?
It was just really funny. I don't know. I liked the baker guy. He was cool.
Yeah, I liked him. What was his name? You remember?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. Yeah.
Knuckles.
Is it
That's
warm in
right.
here? It's getting pretty hot.
It's getting hot in here.
It's because Zeke's stare.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah,
that was a good
call.
reference.
Good call. Yep,
You
that's
feel
good.
drained,
Sounded like you did it.
drenched, sucked the life out of you. Because
Okay.
it's called a hard stare. And it's for people who forget their manners.
Very
That was
nice.
literally from Britain.
That was good. That was good. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and rate it. What you got, Colton? Why don't you go first?
So I know I can't give it anything below a 3.5 because then I'll get clowned. But I can't give anything above a 4.5 because then I'll get clowned. So I'm going to give it a 4.
Nice. Connor, how about you?
I give this one a 3.5 because it feels more depressing.
Okay, that's fair. Zeke?
I can't give anything above a 5.2, and I can't give anything below a 5 or I'll get clowned. So I give it a 5.1 out of 5.
Okay. We only do 5s, but yes, 5. That's pretty good. And Jacob, how about you?
I'll give it a 4.5. It was like a good sequel. I don't know. It was good.
Yeah, I think I give it a 4, just a little bit less than the first one for me, but I enjoyed the story. I think, like we said, the moral of the story is pretty cool, and yeah, that's very fun. But hey, guys, we've got an action-packed year this year. We've got so many movies that are coming out. We did our most anticipated last week. Looking at the schedule, we just got a lot of podcasts. We're trying to do video this year, and so we hope that you guys, as our faithful few that follow us, I hope you guys enjoy the added benefit of seeing our faces and how silly these boys act on camera. Yep, see?
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun. So hope you guys keep tuning in every single week. We're gonna be here and all that good stuff.
New year, new me.
New
Nice.
year, new little small bean.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Mr. Paddington.
Thanks so much for listening to the Movies That Make You podcast, where movies are a catalyst for meaningful conversations. We hope you'll give us a like, a share. Let us know you were here over at our Instagram at Movies That Make You. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. So until next time, keep watching movies.